Physician who's had my license for 40 years and had a very strong biochemistry background. I can say, and seeing what's happening with the X39, I can say without a doubt that this is the most significant medical breakthrough in my lifetime.
Hi everybody, Maria Benardis here. Hope you're well. I was guided to actually put this video together today by Yeshua and God. By way of background, I'm Maria Benardis. I'm a health and wellness intuitive coach, award-winning cookbook author, motivational speaker, and award-winning chef. So today I'm coming to you with a video to do with the subject matter that I've done many videos on. And many of my videos were taken down, especially my health and wellness videos. And as people know, my YouTube channel was taken down. I have reposted some of those videos that are not so controversial. And you will find one of my videos, which was probably one of the original ones that I did many years ago, to do with this subject matter of medbeds, celestial chambers, and I'll basically discuss what the difference in those two terms is, because there is a very big difference. So I'm coming to you with a video on this because, as people will know, I was one of the first people that started to discuss this subject matter many years ago. And the first video that I ever did, I found that many people reposted it. And one of those, for anybody that knows this gentleman, Charlie Ward, he reposted it. And overnight, it went into the millions and millions of views, because I was basically discussing an element to the medbeds and celestial chambers that many were not discussing. And that was, I connected the consciousness and the vibrational frequency of each of us in terms of activating them. So a lot of people think, oh, they're just going to come out and I'm just going to go and sit in it and it's just going to correct everything in my body 100%. Well, that's actually not entirely correct. And this is where we need to be very clear on what is a medbed and what is a celestial chamber, because both do very different things and both are activated in a very different way. So let's start on medbeds. So basically, medbeds are what the very rich and famous have been using and have not given us access to. So it's helped them sort of reverse age and really do some of the repair work to the body by way of activating the stem cells. We too have access to these med beds available right now. So we can actually activate our body and turn it into a med bed by essentially adopting all the ancient Greek modalities that I've been speaking to and the light tech, which is crucial, which you can find more information in my link. So this is and has been said by many people, including the frontline doctors, this is a type of medbed technology. Why? It's Nikola Tesla based. It increases the vibrational frequency of your mind, body, spirit. It increases the vibrational frequency of your stem cells, which are basically your battery pack of health. The holy grail of health is in your cells and DNA. So it activates them, detoxes them, reduces the inflammation, produces new ones, thereby the ones that are sick leave and new ones are produced. So essentially, that's what it does. And I know that we cannot say this publicly because the FDA won't allow us. However, if you look at the patent, I have just read what it does to the cells from the patent. And again, there's a link below where you can view the patent, the studies, and everything else on this medbed technology in the description of this video. Now, there are other medbed technologies, but you've got to keep going in and out of them, and they cost anything in excess of $100 a session. And so when you sit in those kind of med beds, you're getting that sort of activation and reduction of inflammation happening while you're in it. But the moment you come out of it, guess what? It stops. Okay, so you got to keep going multiple times a week for regular visits. Whereas this portable light tech, why I recommend it, A, it's the best in the market. And secondly, you don't have to keep going backwards, forwards, backward, forwards. It essentially works 24/7 on your body. So even while you're sleeping. So I just want to make this very clear. That is med bed technology. We have it now. In addition to all my other modalities, which is the mind, body, spirit, what we eat, what we think, and a lot of the other practices, I have discussed in the past, and that when people book for a coaching session, I give them a customized plan to take with them of everything that they need to activate their body as a medbed. Again, in the description of the video is where you can find more information on my coaching and where you can book. So essentially, that's activating the medbed. Okay, so that's medbed technology. We all have access to it. So if someone's saying when the medbed's coming, when are the medbeds coming, they're just not understanding. Now, then there's a second layer of something far more powerful called celestial chambers. Now, these celestial chambers are consciousness driven, and therefore, please have a look at my video to do with Q consciousness. Have a look at my video that I did many, many years ago on the original discussion on medbeds. You will find it on this channel. On Rumble. You will not find it on my backup channel on YouTube if you're watching this video. So you'll have to go to my Rumble channel. So I go quite in depth as to those type of med beds, which is celestial, one level, like many levels, I should say, above, which are the ones that our brothers and sisters like the Palladians use, and therefore they never get sick, they never get ill, because basically, first of all, their body's vibrating really high at 5D. Okay, at the moment, the majority of the people on this planet are vibrating on 3D. Okay, so let's understand what the different levels are. What's 3D, what's 4D, what's 5D, and what are the levels of consciousness? Because anybody can use the medbed technology that I just discussed, whether you're 3, 4D, 5D. However, to be able to activate the celestial chambers, you need to be on 5D, which is also Q consciousness, which is also Christ consciousness, which is the consciousness that Christ was, or Yeshua is his real name, not Jesus Christ. So let's understand the dimensions, and people will see that they cannot possibly release those celestial chambers to us because we are not there yet. And again, anything that I suggest to people to use, whether it's in my coaching, my consulting, my customer base, you have got to be working at vibrating your body high, and that's when you're going to see maximum results. So if you're in fear, expecting everything that I recommend to you to work, it will not work because you're on the wrong frequency vibration. So there's 3D, there's 4D, 5D. I mean, there are a lot more, but we're at 3D, so I don't really want to go beyond 5D because that's where we're moving to. So 3D is the I'm stuck in fear, and everybody around me has to do the work for me. So I'm taking no action. I'm waiting for a president to save me. I'm waiting for someone to release these med beds, and they're already here. Again, different to the celestial chambers, so let's park that. So they're in the matrix. They're all about separation, all about me, really not doing anything to help humanity or anybody else but themselves. And it's all about their ego, me. And really, they're on the left side of the brain. So the left side is the masculine, and they haven't quite, meshed it up with the feminine side, which is the creative, which is agape, compassion, agape meaning unconditional love, and all of that. So again, they're waiting for someone else to save them. And that's what all these people are that are waiting and not doing anything. They're just waiting for someone to release the med bed, and do everything for them. And they're already here. So really, they're in that 3D low vibrational frequency. And it's all about what's going on around me, the physical reality and time. Whereas in 4D and 5D, time is an illusion. The only time is the present. What's going on now? There's no past and there's no future. There's just the present. So let's go to 4D. Very important, because you can't jump to 5D. And this is where some of us are at the moment, including myself. And this is the dimension and consciousness, which I'll go into detail, but basically the dimension and vibration of agape, unconditional love. You're going out there and you're helping people. You're in harmony. You don't buy into the fear. You're not buying into what's going on in the outside world. All your communication is with the know thyself, as the ancient Greeks said, and directly with Mother, Father, God, Creator. That's where I receive all my wisdom. And you are manifesting like you've never manifested before. So money is not an issue because you can manifest it. Your health starts to improve and starts to get better and better because you're actually taking action, and you are going up and up and up on the vibrational frequency scale. So you're actually taking action, and you're balancing the right and left side of your brain. That's the masculine and the feminine that I discussed earlier on. So that's 4D. So you've got to encompass all of those things that I just said to be on 4D. So if you're sitting there complaining, I don't have this, I don't have that, you're clearly in the 3D matrix. So don't even consider whether you're in 5D, because you have to get to 4D before you get to 5D. Now, 5D is what Yeshua came here to teach us, or Christ, Christos, in ancient Greek, or as they call him in the Bible incorrectly, Jesus Christ. His real name was Yeshua. So that's what he came here to teach us. He came to teach us everything in 4D that I just discussed and more. So if you remember, Yeshua was able to use his hands and channel vibration, frequency, and light and heal people. Okay, so we are going to be able to do that with ourselves eventually, not using any external light device or anything like that. So 5D is Christ consciousness, and it's actually where we reach our crystalline bodies. So many of us, when we get to that, we'll find that we won't need possibly to eat, especially when you go into the higher dimensions. And there are people that have been discovered that live here on this earth in isolation, of course, because environment around you does affect your vibration, and fasting for days and months and being able to do it, and just the ether being their source of food. And in the ether is where we have the energy, and we can harvest it for free electricity and to actually heal us. And that's what a lot of the current medbed technology does. It harvests frequency, energy, and then the light in your body. And again, 4D, 5D, or 5D, no fear, and you're not waiting for anybody to save you. You save yourself. You do what you have to do to get your health in top notch. In 5D, of course, we won't have the issue of being ill. We will be just maintaining. And that's what happens when you're at a high vibration. A lot of people say to me, "What do you do, Maria? What do you do?" I never get sick. I don't have to see doctors. Why? Because I focus on my vibration. I infuse myself with sound frequencies. I infuse myself with light frequencies. I infuse what I eat with high vibrational frequency food. and lots of ancient Greek modalities adopted to me to increase my vibrational frequency. So that's what I wanted to say. There, they are the different levels of dimensions. So how do we activate the celestial chambers? Well, you need to be on the frequency of 5D, and there is not many people, if any, really, other than the ones that are visiting from the Pleiades, that are on that dimension. So even if they put a celestial chamber in front of you, you would not be able to activate it because most of us do not have the consciousness or the vibration of 5D. Now let's launch into consciousness, and I do have a separate video called Q Consciousness that you can watch where I go into these 17 levels in extreme detail. And I did an amazing video on this with Nicholas Vinyamin many years ago when I started talking about this, and then I noticed everybody else is just repeating what Maria had to say, which was really quite funny in a way, but also quite validating because clearly what I said resonated with them. They took it to God and Yeshua, and he said yes. So again, anything that I discuss does not come from me. It comes through prayer and meditation with Yeshua and God. That's who I work for. And I've said this before, my mission and why I came here was to help people with their self-care, to vibrate high and heal everything, and also to help you ascend to 5D. In other words, attain that Christ consciousness to ascend. So that's what I came here for. So let's go into the consciousness scale. And this will be a very good indicator in addition to what vibration you're on, 3, 4, or 5. Well, let's forget 5 because the most of us can be is 4D, although Mother Gaia is already on 5D and urging us to get to the same level with her. So let's see, because if you're not way high up there, Q consciousness is basically spiritual enlightenment, which is where, again, Yeshua was. He was 5D and spiritual enlightenment. So if you're not on the top of the scale there and you're not in 5D, you cannot activate the celestial chambers. And if anybody is telling you otherwise, I'm sorry, they are lying to you. They are lying to you. And I'm not going to tell you anything you want to hear. I always speak the truth because I work for Yeshua and God. And of course, I have a lot of guardian angels and so on that guide me. So let's start from the bottom. Okay. And a lot of these are 3D kinds of emotions. Number 1, shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride. All these, which also fit into the video that I did, the 13 deadly sins that we need to heal and master. These are all 3D emotional vibrational frequencies. So already, if you're on any of those or experiencing any of those, or you're being triggered when someone says something to you, you are clearly in 3D, the matrix. You are never going to be able to activate our celestial chamber. Will you benefit from med beds? Absolutely, you will. Absolutely. And that's what I'm encouraging people to do. Invest in increasing your vibrational frequency and incorporating a med bed technology to get you up and up in vibration and help you heal all that trauma and all those emotions that are not your truth. Okay, so let's keep going up. So if you're there and you're experiencing any of that, you already know where you are. And we've just discussed that. So now, so that's more the survival. So it's survival mode. I just got to survive. I don't have money. I don't have so all of this is 3D. Okay. You're definitely not manifesting if you're saying, do I have enough money? Do I have enough of this? Can I do this? Can I do that? You're in 3D. 4D is, as I said before, when you start to manifest. Okay, so this is also where we're starting, to move up now. So we're starting to move up from 3 to 4D. We're not on 4D. but this is what's going to, if we're experiencing these emotions, then we're starting to move up the scale. Courage, neutrality, willingness, acceptance, reason. So we don't have all those negativity things that we just said, but we're doing this. So really, this is the level of understanding, forgiveness, optimism, trust, doing affirmations. Okay, so these are the kinds of things. Yep, now we're setting the groundwork for 4D. We're setting the groundwork for 4D. So there's action we're doing. So this is amazing. You have basically graduated from hate, craving, anxiety, regret, despair, blame, humiliation, shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride. You've graduated from that. Bye bye 3D. I'm now working to get into 4D, and they're the kind of Q consciousness stuff that we are mastering, and we are taking action, and we are going within to seek the answers. We are not going without. That is going to someone outside to constantly hold our hand. We are being guided by someone like me, but we are actually doing the work ourselves. Okay, not saying, oh Maria, I want you to do it for me. Okay, so do you see we are now starting to master? Now, this is when we really get to 4D. Okay, so we've mastered all of this I've said so far, doing the work, and now we've reached a stage of love, joy, and peace. So this is where you just feel total peace, total unconditional love. You have total compassion for everybody else, and you're just manifesting. So, oh dear, okay, I've got this 10,000 bill coming. No worries. So there's no worry, there's no fear. You take it to God, you visualize, you envision it, you put your emotion through it, and there it is, it manifests in God's way, not in the way that you want it to manifest. So that's another show on its own. So that's 4D. So you've got to be feeling all of this 99% of the time. Will you feel fear sometimes? Yes, of course I do, but I pick myself up and say, that's not me. I'm not engaging. I'm going in another direction, the right direction. Okay. Now, so what's 5D? All right. So 5D encompasses all of that. However, further spiritual evolvement. So you're getting to a point of Christ consciousness. Your body has been recoded into a crystalline form. You are eating light, as in almost light. Yes, light. This is why I'm very big on light tech. Your body, just like mine, can no longer withstand, and that's in 4D as well. In 4D as well, you cannot eat meat, fish, flesh, because you have so much compassion for every single soul that you can't possibly consume that, and there are alternatives that you can substitute. Okay, so even your eating is telling me which vibrational frequency and level of consciousness you're on. So 5D is like we're now really spiritually evolving. We're master manifestors, crystalline body, and we're definitely never ever waiting for anybody. And the only communication we have is with Mother, Father, God, Creator, who gives us all the wisdom, all the knowledge that we ever need. And we're almost like a replicator, where we can just manifest and replicate in front of us anything that we want instantly. Okay, and this is why I'm here to tell you that no one is on that, because I've yet to see someone manifest, oh, I want this dish, and there it is in front of me in a few seconds. And none of us are fully crystalline. I know what percentage of crystalline my body is, and my diet is very much an indicator of where I'm at. So, there's a lot of factors that will tell you where you're at, but I've covered the emotional ones, and I've covered the dimension. So again, it depends on your vibration, whether you're on 3D, 4D, and going on to 5D, and where are your emotions and your level of consciousness. What's your predominant emotional state? And, on 5D, it's basically, total serenity, bliss. It's like, oh my God, I can't even describe it. It's just It's just unbelievable. It's like, and you have nothing but love and compassion, even for those that hurt you. Even for those that hurt you, even the people that are doing crazy things or someone that's stolen for you, it's like, they're at that particular vibration and consciousness. Forgive them for they not know what they are doing. Yes, sure, and we just keep moving forward and focusing on ourselves. So that's what an enlightened person does. That's ready for the celestial chambers. They have healed all these lower vibration emotions, the ego. They are not getting caught up into intel and news. They are really focusing on their inner work and using the medbed technology available, such as the one in the description, to really, start self healing and be ready for the celestial chambers. But our body needs to undergo a lot of things before anybody can go into those celestial chambers, because as I said in my video many years ago that went viral and there was millions of views, it's all consciousness. So where are you on the consciousness scale that I just discussed? And would you be able to even go in it, is the question to ask. So again, we don't need to wait for medbed technology. We have it. We already have it. And alongside all my other food modalities and everything else that I customize to people, book a consultation. If you want to know, I can customize it to you so that you can start getting ready for 5D and have all the benefits of New Earth and all the wonderful things are coming. Again, 5D is a state of mind, a place, a dimension. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say, because a lot of people are asking me and there's a lot of misinformation out there. So I wanted to come out with this video. Again, take what resonates with you, because it will not resonate. This video will not resonate with people on 3D. I know, because it's not what they want to hear. Again, I love you all, but I am not here to tell you what you want to hear. I am here to tell you the truth, and I work for Yeshua and God, and that's what you're going to get from me. So if it doesn't resonate, please, it's okay. I love you. I will still pray for you. I pray for everybody. And I wish you well, on your journey. We're all on, a different journey, and guess what? That's okay if you're still on 3D. As long as you're working to get to 4D, we're all a work in progress. There's no judgment. So that's all I wanted to say. So thank you very much to everybody that's watching. Have a wonderful week. God bless you. And I'll see you on the next video. Mahalo for watching. God bless.
Hey, I'm here to save you a bunch of time, so listen up. Those of you that are taking a look at LifeWave and haven't made a decision on, I'm going to help you make a decision. If you don't know this man, you need to know this man. This is Dr. James Kneller. He has a mechanical engineering bachelor's of science degree. He's got a bioengineering master's of science degree. He's got an MD, PhD in internal medicine, cardiovascular fellowship at Columbia University, and a heart rhythm specialty done at UCLA. So he did some studies around the cardiovascular system. Anyways, let me go back and just tell you what happened. He went to an event, somebody patched his shoulder, got him out of pain, and he's like, holy cow, this is really interesting. So then he went and did several studies on cardiovascular system, because that's what he does. And there was a surgery that he did, and he asked other cardiovascular doctors, what do you think the healing time would be? 47% said it was going to be 4 weeks. 20-some% said it was going to be 6 weeks. And then another 20-some said 8 weeks. It actually took 6 days. That's 500% improvement or increase in the healing properties. So if I'm going to have heart surgery, I don't want to be laid up for 8 weeks. I don't even want to be laid up for 4 weeks. If I can get that stuff done in 6 days, then sign me up. So we all know that LifeWave does a lot more than just on your heart. We've seen the changes. We've seen the life-changing testimonials. Anyway, I forgot to tell you, he said a couple of studies. Anyways, so when he did these studies, he was invited by the American Heart Association to come and speak to them in Chicago, because they're like, what is going on? You're not using medicine. You're not using stuff people have to swallow. You're not injecting anything. What is happening? So he did another study. It says phototherapy to stimulate carnosine activity and enhance global heart function. Something to increase global heart function. This is a promising adjunctive therapy for congestive heart failure.
Hey, oh, you should know. It doesn't matter where you're from, what you do. What the matters, stay kind, spread love, and proceed. Me tell you, you are loved. I love you. You could do anything. Go get it. I love you.
An empowered life has no expiration date. We're all created to do incredible things, like conquer summits, catch big waves, and live our passions. As time goes on, our bodies begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy levels decline, sleep patterns shift, and recovery slows. But our bodies are masterpieces of design, holding the potential to bounce back better than ever. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHKCU, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality, enhancing the body's flow of natural energy for improvements in strength, stamina, performance, and overall health and well-being, with the simplicity of an affordable, non-invasive, non-transdermal patch. As we age, levels of these life-enhancing elements, which are associated with wellness and longevity, begin to decline. LifeWave invested 10 years into stem cell research, which resulted in over 70 patents. X39 was born to bring to the public a product that can support wellness in an entirely new way, supporting the production of younger, healthier cells with wearable light technology. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. Harness your body's natural potential to maintain youthful energy and vitality, because life comes at you fast, but it doesn't have to pass you by. Live long, live well, live young. Be the light with LifeWave X39. LifeWave.